Okay, so basically, I was wrong. So here's what happened, real quick. Let me just hold on. Let me just say why I was wrong, real quick. Okay, so let's go back to all the math. So there's a reason why I was wrong, and I'll say that later. But hold on. For now, let me just get the right answers out there. These are the actual right answers, like officially. Credit to Andy because he was the one who showed me that I did something wrong. Okay, so these are technically right. The answers that you have are technically right, but they're just in a different format. So what I did was I never put my calculator into degrees, like from radian. So it's supposed to be like, hold on, I'll show a screenshot real quick. Okay. Hold on real quick. So I don't know if you like. I'll show the picture, but basically, I'm supposed to like, or well, when you're supposed to put your calculator into degrees whenever you have a certain problem, and right now we have that problem. So if I go to look, this is what I'm talking about. Something right here. Where is it? Here it is. Look, this is what I'm talking about. Right here. You're supposed to put it into degree. I was in radian. So technically these are right. They're just in the wrong format. So whenever you do that correctly, whenever you do, and the reason why, I'll talk about the reason why later, but here are the actual correct answers. Like for real. For real, for real. So the ones that Mr. Galanis is looking for is this. Look. Yeah, let me go to Desmos. These are the actual correct answers that Mr. Galanis is looking for in this case. Go here. This one. Functions. Where is it? Okay, I don't know how to do it on this one. But, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know how to do it on this. Here, let me see if I can get TI-84 to 84 online. There it is. Okay, start TI-84. So, look. Whenever you do radian, I have to do this by hand. Okay. Hold on, let me just put this in full screen. Hello, excuse me. Can I? Oh, here it is. Okay. So whenever you do this degree, you get out of this, and now that you're in degree, you're basically going to do the same thing. So sine of 50. Let me put this in half and half. Half and half. Come on, come on. Half and half. Okay. So sine of 50 times 450. Now that I'm in degrees, you'll get 344. So it's not 118. It's 344.72, and this is actually officially correct. This is actually officially correct. Like a bunch of people say like why I was correct. Now I understand what I did wrong. So this one times 450. This is the actual one that's correct too. 289.25 newtons. This is the actual one that's correct. This is for A of X and A of Y, okay? So this is the actual correct one, like for real. And then over here, same thing, sine 28 times 98. So it's not 26.5. Well, it is, but also it isn't. The one that Mr. Galanis is looking for is 46.01 newtons. That's the actual correct answer. And then not A of X. This one is cos 28 times 98. 86.53. And if you check these, and if you do like Pythagorean theorem, like look, I'll show you. Second answer squared plus 46.01 squared. Second square root of second answer 98. So these are actually correct, like for real this time. I just didn't put it in degrees. So that's the actual answer. So if you want to hop off right now, that's like if you want to get off the video, that's cool. But if you want to know why, if you're wondering why even with the wrong answers I still got like 450 and I proved it, it's because whenever you put your calculator in radian and degree, basically what you're telling it is look at a circle. So here, oh, this is actually really good. I can just use this. So remember this whole quadrant thing. Well, whenever we're dealing with stuff like vectors that are in, degrees and all that, instead of looking at it as a square graph like this, you have to look at it as a let's do pink, as a circle. Oh, you can barely see that. As a circle, like this. Okay, and that's what you're telling the calculator to do whenever you do sine, cosine, and tangent. You're saying take these numbers and think of it as a circle. Now, radian and degree, that's basically how you divide the circle into fragments. Mr. Galanis kind of covered this. So if you divide into fourths, if you divide into degrees, which is what you're supposed to do in this case, and the reason you're supposed to do that is because we're working with an angle, which is a type of degree. So right now you're supposed to be in degrees, but I didn't put it in degrees. I kept it in radians. That's why I got it wrong. But anyway, yeah, so whenever you put into degrees, you're telling the computer, or calculator in this case, okay, think of this point as 0 degrees and 360 degrees. That's a 6. Think of this point as 90 degrees, because look, if you check from this point, if you go all the way up, this is a 90-degree angle. Think of this point as 180. Okay, let me go up. 180 degrees. Because again, if you look at it, it's a straight line, which is a 180-degree angle. This one's 270, and then if you make a full loop around, it's 360. That's what you're telling it to do whenever it's degree. But if it's radian, you're splitting it up into a radian circle chart. You're telling it to think in terms of pi. So like, look. Oh my god, hold on. Open link in, open image in your tab. You're asking it to look at it as like this. Let me see, can I zoom in? Okay. Oh my god. Why can't there ever just be like a working... No. Visit. Here. Here it is, perfect. You're telling it to think in terms of pi. Look, this is a good representation. So 90 would be pi over 2. 180 degrees would just be pi. 270 degrees would be 3 pi over 2, and then 0 degrees would be 0. That's the difference between using radian and degree. It's basically you're telling the computer how to look at a circle. So that's why I got it wrong, and that's why the correct answers are actually these two, which I'm also going to put in text if you don't want to, watch it. So here, let me update this. Let me write this down. Here, graph 1, the correct answer for y is 344.72. X is equal to 289.25. And then graph 2, and I'll be sending this to everyone, so don't worry about having to like look through the video and all that stuff. The graph is equal to 86 point X is equal to 46.01. put my graphing calculator. Okay. So yeah, no, but that's basically it. What is it? Maybe I'm currently signed out. Oh my god. Oh wait, hold on. This shit's stupid. Okay, bye bye.